Carrying on from the end of MA-Tricks Part 1, we now look at the lower row of MA-Tricks. The first item is wing. If you create a wing of 2, you create 2 wings of lights, effectively splitting your lights into 2 halves. One wing that goes forwards, one wing that goes backwards. So when you press next, you get 2 opposing wings of lights. If you create 3 wings, you end up with 3 sections, one forwards, one backwards, one forwards. You can keep increasing the number of wings to split the rig further, for example 4 wings. Next to the wing option is the wing style. To see how this works, we're going to use position. As you can see, the lights all move together. If we turn on wing style, pan, then tilt will continue to move together, but pan will move in 2 opposite wings. If I change the mode to tilt, then pan will move together and tilt will move in 2 opposite wings. Of course, we can have pan and tilt, moving the lights in 2 opposite blocks of pan and tilt movement. This can be very useful for creating interesting positions with your fixtures. Next, I want to look at storing MA-Tricks. There is a pool for MA-Tricks. If you create your MA-Trick, and when you're happy with it, press Store, and an empty key in your MA-Trick pool, it will store the settings. To use them again, select your fixtures, press the MA-Trick button, and it will apply the MA-Trick. You can then use it on your fixtures. In the top right corner of your MA-Tricks view are 2 more buttons. The MA-Tricks Active button allows you to deactivate the trick without forgetting the settings, meaning you can turn it off to move your lights and then turn it back on again without having to reset all your settings. The Reset key resets all the MA-Tricks settings back to defaults. Lastly, I want to show you circular copy. To set this up, I'm going to use an interleaver 4 and use this to create a colour pattern with 4 different colours across my lights. Now that this is set up, I'm going to store this as a cue in a sequence. When I press circular copy to the right, it will move all the settings of every fixture to one fixture to the right. The first light was red and is now green. The red has moved to fixture number 2. So I'm going to store this as my second cue. Once stored, I'm going to use circular copy to the right again, moving all the settings along by one fixture, and store this as my third cue. One last time, circular copy to the right, and store that as Q4. So I now have 4 cues in my sequence, with 4 different colours set in it. As you can see, this is an easy way to make a colour chaser. The same principles could be applied to positions or gobos or any other attribute. Pressing circular copy moves all the settings across.